What up, YouTube? This is the Dark Brotherhood bringing you version 2 of my Dragunity vid. I've been looking at a lot of them lately, inspecting them, testing them, and I think I found me a pretty solid one for what I have right now. But yeah, here you go. I'm about to show you my monster lineup first. 3 Dukes. Of course, he's the main synchro monster in your deck. Dukes. Dukes with Flanix makes a pretty good synchro combination. You can 6 off, and there's a synchro monster I'm about to show you here later that you can sync off for 8 really fast and get your Stardust out, Thought Ruler, any 8s you want to use. 3 Legionnaire. Legionnaire has a good effect. He can destroy 1 card on the field if you have a monster, if you have a Dragunity type monster and you spell a trap card zone or equipped it. So, and the monster that you normally want to equip to him is Elkius, or Achilles, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. He's really good, too. He blows up when he's destroyed, so with these two together, these two right here together, you have 2 cards getting destroyed right off top. That can set up for big plays if you haven't summoned yet, or if you can special summon, or if you can pull something else off. Good combination right there. Dragunity Armor Levitine. He is very, very broken. He can do so. He can come back so many. As soon as you get him in the graveyard, you're guaranteed to keep him on the field anytime you want to get him out. And the best thing I see to equip to him sometimes is Elkius, just in case you need a quick blow up on something, and you know what I'm saying. They use a Mirror Force or something. He's good because he'll blow something up on the field. Or later on, I'm about to show you another card you can equip to him. Okay, but right now I have 2 more. Have 2 Dragunity Armor Mr. Leotine. He is he just for my quick 8 right here. I use Flanix in him. Get him and Flanix on the same turn, on the same draw. Play him, tribute, special summon, bring Flanix, sync off for 8 real fast. There goes your Stardust right there. He's real good to use. I encourage people to use him. I don't see many people running him, but I encourage you to use him if you want to get your Stardust out really fast. Next, Sangan, my tech choice, because he brings out just about every monster in the deck. Just about every one of them, except for Leovitine and the Misthalin. So I encourage y'all to use him very, very much. And Brandy Stock is my next choice, because him equipped to Armor Leovitine makes it just brutal. It's just 2 26s. So if his life points is open, that's a quick 52 right there off top. So yeah, you should try it. Try it. Next, I have my spells. First spell I have is the engine of the deck, I think. Dragon Ravine, or for you OCG players, Dragon Canyon. But yeah, it's ridiculous. You can, once per turn during your main phase, you can discard a card to the graveyard, and you can add level 4 Dragunity to your hand, or you can send 1 Dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. I mean, it's just pretty much pick your poison, however you want to kill them. That's what you do. You definitely need this card in your Dragunity deck, or in your Dragon deck, because the second effect is still really good. 2 Terraforming. Now, I know I see a lot of people running 1 Terraforming and 3 Terraformings. Now, if you think I've watched 1 and I've watched 2, and I think I've came up with 2. I think I've watched 2 and 3 both, and I've came up with 2s are very good. Because if you get Terraforming and you have a Ravine in your hand and you've already got rid of 2, they already got rid of 2 of them. It's not doing you much good, so you can use it as discard bait for your Ravine, which I find, you know, it doesn't. I haven't had it happen often, but it does happen. But yeah, I think 2 Terraformings is good enough. Next, we have a card you must have in the deck. Cards of Connaissance. You just take you one of these that's in your hand, discard it, draw 2. There goes your draw power right there. There's what I think I have 6 targets to use consonants on. So yeah, I encourage you to use 2. Don't use 3. 3 is overpowering. You don't really need 3 because you draw it to be a dead draw. You have nothing to get rid of. I mean, yeah, you can use this discard bait, but why when you can take a chance of drawing a monster you might need or a spell you might need. But yeah, 2 is real good. Good enough. Got the staple Mist Typhoon. Everybody knows what that does. Then you have 1 pot. I run 1 pot to renew my Dukes and my Legionnaires and Sanguine and my Synchros. Just the basic stuff everybody uses pot for to get back. And you have Reborn. Everybody knows what that is. Staple. Dark Hole for blowing shit up. And Trunade for sending stuff back to the hand. Next, I'm going to get to my traps. And I have 2 bottomless. Now I'm about to explain my bottomless choice. Because I personally think it's better than Solemn Warning. That's my personal opinion. Everybody has their own. If you have Solemn Warning, run it. If I had Solemn Warning, I would probably run it. But considering I don't, I think Bottomless Trap Hole is just as good. So, for all you cheap players out there, or players that can't afford Solemn Warning or don't really like it, looking for something else to run, Bottomless is the way to go. Compulse. Send back Stardust and all that other stuff back to the hand that they bring out. Compulse is really good to set up OTKs too. So, yeah, I like Compulse. 2/7 Tools. I got them in here to stop them Solemn Warnings and Solemn Judgment and Royal Decree and all that stuff. But yeah, I think everybody should run 7 Tools. Just at least 1 if you run anything. Just 1 at least. And you have Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack. At first, I didn't like the idea of 2. I didn't really like the idea of 1. But then I looked through my deck and seen it wasn't too much destruction power, so then I kind of looked through Icarus and figured it out, and it helped me out a couple of times on James's scraps and his ice barriers. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Next you have Mirror Force. Everybody knows what that does. Staple. And last but not least, Torrential Tribute. Shiny. But yeah, everybody knows what that does too. Next we're getting down to my Synchros. I have 2 Stardust. I have 1 Peroxy because something happened to my other extra deck, so I'm rebuilding my extra deck again, but it'll be back up and running real soon. But yeah, 2 Stardust should be a standard in everybody's Synchro deck. I have Ranagen, which I have 2 of them because I have 1 Peroxy, which I'm planning on getting 1. I know I have a lot of Peroxys in here. We're just trying to give y'all an idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished. But yeah, 2. You definitely need 3, but I think 2 works just as good because he's quick, really quick to get out your 8s real fast. But I mean, if you can't get out your 8s, then he's real good for a beat stick too, because you can just discard off of him and double his attack. So I mean, he's good. And next you have Gay Bulge. Gay Bulge is, I think, personally underrated. People don't give it enough credit. Because if you get it late in game and you discard out your hand, you discard or remove out the graveyard and somebody runs into you with a Stardust, boom, you just got rid of that Stardust. And then they took damage. You can't, it runs through you can discard any winged beast in here and it'll run through just about every card that they can pull out. It's a good beat stick, really good beat stick. I plan on getting another one. Thought Ruler. I think I'm going to call this Dragunity deck, actually, the Thought Ruler and Stardust OTK or whatever you want to call it, because if you get these 2 out, it's always been game for me, because they can't, I stop most of their traps because I attack with Thought Ruler first, and if they go to Mirror Force, then I discard Stardust. I think these 2 work together perfectly. They look kind of alike, too, if you look at them. But, yeah, that's that. And Peroxy Red Dragon, just for those that little push over the edge with the beat stick. I don't have a side deck right now, but I'd probably use the standard side deck, just letting y'all know. But yeah, check us out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Bitch.